Hello everyone, welcome to this week's DIY. We're going to be working with some more dry flowers, just like last week. We're going to make it a little bit more different. We're going to do something a little more airy, whimsical, and cool, but it's still going to be able to be dried upside down and in a new dried bouquet. So I'm excited. Let's talk about some of these stems. All right, so first we have this amaranthus, this hanging amaranthus in this beautiful deep purple color. Amaranthus again is in that family that's included in quinoa, amaranthus family. I love it. It's one of my faves. Grows really nice inside of where I'm from, Michigan. I've grown some before, and yeah, very beautiful. Next, we have some of this status. Again, it's very papery, but it keeps its shape and its color, so it's perfect for drying. Because remember, what we talked about last time, not all flowers are meant to be dried, especially with the hanging down method. So it's best that you choose flowers that are optimal for doing that. So we have a bunch of that. And then after that, we have these bright pink spray roses, these hot pink spray roses. Again, roses dry beautiful, but it's very important that when you put these in a vase arrangement, gravity is gonna come around eventually, as it does. So these are gonna start drooping and they're gonna start turning downward. So you wanna make sure that when you are about to dry these, you catch them right at the point where they're about to start drooping, and then you hang them upside down. The last ones we used last week, those don't really droop as much because they're very dry as flowers, but roses are one of those things that will start drooping if you don't catch them quick enough. So as soon as they start to look weird and wilted is what I say, hang them upside down, all right? Same with our larkspur that we're gonna be using. We got this beautiful purple larkspur, and larkspur is also one of those things that dries really well. It might shrivel up, but it does keep its color amazingly. So this is a good one to hang dry as well. And then we have a stem of yarrow. That's gonna be a beautiful pop of color of yellow. Again, yarrow dries beautifully, and it's gonna keep that yellow color, and it's gonna keep its shape pretty well as well. And then again, for another pop of color, we have this yellow solidago. Again, solidago is beautifully dried when you do it right. Keeps its color, keep its shape, and that's gonna be beautiful. And then we have a sprig of willow eucalyptus, seeded willow eucalyptus with these tiny seeds. And again, it's very wispy and cool, and it's gonna keep that, that shape. All right, so the first thing I'm actually gonna start out with is I wanna start with something that's pretty strong and that's gonna build a good base. So I'm gonna start out with my willow eucalyptus and my solidago. So first I'm gonna cut my solidago down short because we have a shorter base we're working with today. We're gonna take off some of those bottom leaves and we're gonna place them right into our base. Now you could make this one a little bit more symmetrical. This one I'm not gonna make as symmetrical, but it's still gonna be a nice style. It's gonna look good upside down when it's dried. And I'm gonna take off these seeds of our seeded willow euc, just the ones at the bottom that are being kind of annoying, but I'm gonna keep these really pretty ones that are at the bottom. Again, see, now we got this nice spray going on. Now I'm gonna go get some spray roses out. I'm gonna get these spray roses out, and I'm gonna, again, make sure that I'm placing all my stems inside of it so it makes that, lattice thing that I talk about in the middle. I'm gonna go down the middle right here so we can make sure we're having a strong base. See how that's just staying exactly where it is? That's because I've already started looping and latticing all of my stems together in the bottom. So they're standing up nice, which is good. And then I'm gonna do the same thing with these as well. So we're gonna go shoop, boop. Make sure we take off those bottom leaves. Remember, no leaves in the water. And we're gonna get this one going. I'm gonna make this one a little taller so it sticks outward a little more. So we have some different lengths. Really cool. Next, I'm gonna go in with my larkspur. I have quite a few pieces of larkspur. And when it comes to larkspur, these pieces on the ends, these aren't really gonna dry well. They're just gonna shrivel up and be green and not really well. So we really want these like main flower stems. So I'm gonna clean off the bottom so they're not in the water. And then I'm just gonna start placing them. Remember, every single stem we get. We want to make sure that we're going through that lattice structure that we've created in the bottom, so that again it stands up nicely. I'm gonna cut this one a little shorter. Do the same thing. See how beautifully that stands up? This jar has a, or not vase, has a really nice wide open, so it's really good for like things like this. Yeah. All right, let me turn it around and see how it's looking. Let me push this one back a little bit. Let me make this one a little shorter. That's gonna help with that shape. Make this one a little shorter. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's how she's looking so far. Beautiful, beautiful. And now we're gonna use our yarrow. I think I want this yarrow to be right in the middle, kind of popping out. Or in the bottom. We'll do it right at the top. I'm gonna cut it a little shorter so it's at the perfect length. Just like that. Beautiful. And now we have these pieces of amaranthus. So I think for this amaranthus, I want it to be draping. So probably gonna put it somewhere right here, or maybe one at the top and then one at the bottom. So one up here. Yeah, it looks nice. Let's do that. So we're gonna give it a fresh cut. Get off those leaves. Any extra leaves in there? Stick it right in there. And we're gonna take this one. Actually, I'm gonna use this one at the bottom. And then I'll use this taller one at the top. Take off any of those leaves off the amaranth. You want the flowers to be the focus. Perfect. That's looking cool, guys. Look at that. Looking cool. All right, so now lastly, we have all of this status. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make sure all my pieces look nice. Take off any broken pieces that are looking weird. Maybe give them a good twist so they stay together a little better. Yeah, twist them together a little bit. So they create this like nice little pocket. I'm gonna cut them together so they stay bunched, and then I'm gonna look and see where I'd like to put them. I'm gonna do that right there. That looks beautiful. So yeah, sometimes I like to, what I do with my crispedias, I do with a lot of different flowers like status. I bunch them together how I like them, and then I cut them on that angle, so then I can stick them right where I want them so they're together still. And then they hold that shape that I was trying to create. Beautiful. Perfect. Just like that. Perfect. Beautiful, beautiful. Then I'm gonna take some of this status that I have and find little tiny pockets of where I want them to be. Then cut it together, make it look nice together, so it creates like this trailing, beautiful effect. Get one more piece in there. There we go. It's like making cute little bunches that like really pop out. And then you cut it. Cut it right here. And then you go, bam, just like that. Again, we're making this a little bit more front facing because it's gonna sit against the wall. Then I have this nice juicy piece right here. I'll get one more. Again, make another little bunch of it. Tuck it in. I really like using these pieces to like frame the bouquet, you know, and see how that draws your eye across. Very beautiful. All right, and I have a little bit more stuff left over. But honestly, I'm really liking how this looks. You could honestly take the rest of this and dry it by itself if you really wanted to. Yeah. So this is what it looks like in the vase. Beautiful. You can keep this in here for about a week or so, as long as you're trimming your stems and changing the water. But as soon as these roses start to flip, this is what we're gonna do. So now that we have this looking beautiful in our vase, again, the moment these start drooping, we're gonna wanna dry them. So we're gonna take it out the vase and we're gonna dry it. So let's go. This one's a lot more compact and beautiful, so I'm very excited to see what this is gonna look like upside down on the wall. So we're gonna take it. Kind of looks like a bridal bouquet, you know? Drop it. Let me grab that. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna give it a straight cut across. Just make sure it's straight and looks neat on the wall. Then I'm gonna take this right here. See how it looks upside down? Super cool, love that. I kind of want this amaranth to be seen a little more. So I'm gonna, you know, just twist it around a little better so it can be seen as it's up against the wall. Kind of fan out this willow uke so it's on both sides. Beautiful, look at that, wow. She can do both. Oh man, all right, so we're gonna twist this around. Just keep going. It's kind of how I do it. Then gently lay it on its front so you can give it a good, tight, like, make sure all of those like strings are laying flat on there, just like that. And what I do is I tie a knot, kind of, like this. And I tie one more little twirl to make a loop. Make sure it's good. I have a lot of extra rope on this one, so we're gonna clip that off. Then bam! Just like that, we have a dry bouquet. Again, she can do both. And this is what it's gonna look on the wall. Beautiful, look at that. Again, make sure some of your blooms are out, making sure that everything's front facing so you can see everything. And yeah, now we have a beautiful dried bouquet. All right. Again, this has been a wonderful DIY week. I can't wait to see what we do next week. It's gonna be something super exciting, and I hope you're just as excited as I am. So yeah, it's been great, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.